Given that the Oscars have all white actors nominated, and Selma, which was an incredibly powerful film, was completely overlooked.
We must march! We must stand up!
What do you think about the state of diversity and specifically black folks in filmmaking in the industry?
We have to understand that Hollywood has been one of the most racist institutions in this country. And nobody talks about that. If you look at a movie from the 30s and 40s and 50s, you did not see a black person in the movie unless they were a maid. I mean, they weren't even walking by on the street. And this was conscious, you know, they consciously cut out, you know, black people. I mean, my understanding is black people didn't even work at the studios. I mean, black people don't exist. And that's the legacy of Hollywood. It's like when you see an old movie, I mean, this is how it feels to be a black person. When you see an old movie, you see a black person walk on the scene, you know, the maid, you're like, oh God, here it comes.
Oh, Lord, Miss Scarlett.
I think that what it's done is it's made our relationship as African Americans very different from white people's relationship to Hollywood.
How come the only black movies Hollywood wants to make are ones with black mammies in fat suits?
Or black women in pain, man.
So basically, we got black people dying in the past and black people dying in the present.
One thing that would help is if Hollywood would recognize, you know, this is where we come from. So how do we get to here? So part of what's happened with Selma is that there's not very many black people in the Academy who are voting on these films. You know, that's part of the legacy of racism of Hollywood.
The Academy's come under a lot of fire for its lack of diversity. The LA Times tracked down thousands of members in 2012 and found that 94% of them were white and 77% were men, all with a median age of 62.